Hello everyone, thank you for watching ACIC, or Asia Creative and Innovation Channel, taking you to Knowledge Capital in Osaka, Japan. I'm in front of the Knowledge Salon. At today's program, we are going to take you a guided tour in this area. But ACIC is a joint platform of 6 international partners aiming at the promotion of creativity and innovation. We are working together since last year, and we are taking turns to live stream different contents from different parts of the world in Asia. So first of all, let me introduce a little bit more in detail about who we are as a Knowledge Capital. So Knowledge Capital is based in an urban complex called Groundfront Osaka. As a north part of this building, Knowledge Capital is situated on the bottom, ranging 88,200 square meters of floor surface. In this area, we started our activity in 2013 as a field for creating new values through exchange of various knowledge from different backgrounds and professionals. Our concept is the combination of human creativity, such as art, design, creativity, or social ethics, and user interface, with the technology such as ICT, robotics, environmental technology, and resulting in new value creation, such as new or improved products or service shops. But not only improved products or services, but also we promote culture and communities. So within this premises, we are equipped with various facilities, but the idea is to get people exchanged in this field. Not only the professionals such as researchers, scientists, creators, business people, and artists, but also the non-professionals such as senior citizens, children, students, and families. So Knowledge Capital is a platform of fully inclusive for all parts of the society. As I said, we have various facilities in this building. First of all, as a starting point, we have Knowledge Salon. Today, we are taking you to inside the scene of the Knowledge Salon as a forum and a field to get together and get exchanged. Once you launch the project, there will be the needs for the creation of the bases. So like a Collabo Office or Collabo Office Next are renting spaces, and Knowledge Office will be a large-scale office to rent and to utilize as a project base. If you're ready for demonstrating and showing the prototypes, there is the place called the Lab, the world's best laboratory together, or the Future Life showrooms. By the way, the lab, the showcase, is covered in the previous session of the ACIC hosted by Knowledge Capital, so you will find a link in the website of the ACIC page. So please do visit and see what's happening there. So at long last, we have also the convention halls or conference rooms or knowledge plaza for further interaction with a large-scale audience. So in a way, Knowledge Capital is functioning as a platform of one-stop services for gathering, creating, exhibiting, and exchanging. So all these activities are supported by the organizational institution as a Knowledge Capital. So once again, we are taking you to Knowledge Salon today, and as you can see, there is a very exquisite atmosphere in this field. So let me go in and have a look. So in order to eliminate the Knowledge Salon today, I have my colleague alongside me. And let me introduce, she's the Knowledge Salon manager.
Hi,
Ms.
everyone.
Noriko Okabe.
Yes, I am Noriko Okabe of Knowledge Salon manager. Today, I will show you around.
Finally,
here.
You came here.
Yes, and then
what's happening here? You're nervous? You're right.
Yes,
You're
I'm
right.
very
Okay.
nervous.
Okay,
but
you're right.
hopefully we can talk to some of our members later
Oh,
on.
interesting.
Okay, but first of all, Knowledge Salon is a main facility of Knowledge Capital.
Okay, so one of the central facilities
Right.
of Knowledge Capital.
And we have about 2,000 members here.
it's a big number of members.
Yes.
I can see the members board just in front of me.
Right. All the members' name is on the board.
Wow.
Yes.
So
And-
every member is having a joy of finding their own name
Right.
in here.
And this place is to aim for new value creation through meeting new people, gathering and collaboration, exceeding the fields.
Right. So it's like a more, as it said in the title, this is more cross-disciplinary
Right.
place
Exactly.
to meet different people to start a new project. So everybody is checking in here, I presume.
Here's a reception desk counter, and members can.
Yeah, it could be more casual. This is.
Yes.
But usually
hi.
they're taking bows to the, and they're also checking in through the
Yeah.
system.
They come here and to check in and.
Right. So
move
you
on.
said this is the members only salon.
Members only
Is
salon.
it confined really to the members?
Member can bring up to 10 guests.
Oh. Okay.
So not only members, but they
So
can bring guests.
If I was a member and if I wanted to bring some business partners to have a meeting in here, that would be also possible.
Possible, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
That's fine. Right.
Okay, let's move on. And here's the library
And there's a
and
huge
Christmas tree. And all the books are selected by kind of person who is deeply involved with knowledge capital activity.
right.
Some are professors, or some are artists, some are from salon committee.
So this library is more inspirational to the members.
Right.
So they encourage kind of the new ideas and new value creation. So
Right.
it's a kind of stimulus for everybody to watch and to have a look. Okay.
And then here's our communicator, Eriko. Hi.
Hi, thank you for joining.
Hi, thank you for joining.
Very vivid orange
Yes.
in color.
Yeah, you can find her easily.
Yeah, it's so easy. You just, you can have, she stands apart, from the background colors.
Yeah.
So what does she do usually?
So communicator is one of our unique function in our staff. They stay here, walk around, talk to members, do some hearings, what they do, and seeking a chance to introduce other members for future collaboration and everything.
That's very unique, isn't it? Because they talk face to face, basically.
Face.
So get familiar with the members,
Right.
and they collect needs and sees, and they matchmake.
Matchmake, interlink people.
Well, that's interesting. It's very humane. It's very,
Right.
in a way, it's analog, but this is really interesting activities ongoing here at Knowledge
Yes.
Salon. And what's in here? It's just a
And
big
this
board.
board is for members to find other member to connect.
All right. So the members are posting.
Posting,
Basically.
yes, under the certain theme, certain subject. And it says December theme this month. It says write one kanji to describe your year to
Right.
2021.
Okay. We see a lot of
Yeah, since it's year end.
joys,
Yeah.
happiness, and movement.
Joy.
It's interesting. He says throw it away.
Yes.
So you change the theme by month.
Change by month.
Okay.
Yes.
So sometimes it's more related to business activities, and sometimes it's more related to
Casual,
hobbies
yes.
or lifestyles. And we're trying to find the different connections of the members
Right.
throughout this board.
Board, yes.
And is it also from communicators?
Yes. She's handling.
Oh, she's
the boss.
looking after
Looking
this
after.
board. So to make it more lively,
Right.
visible. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. And
And we
here's
also see, yes, this
the international
part.
partners
Yeah,
board.
of course. Knowledge Capital is very active in international collaboration, and ACIC, this joint platform, is already one of the examples of what we do in an international scale. So as you can see, we think it's important to show this partnership board to the members as well, as a kind of token that we are doing very active international collaborations, such as for the ACIC, we have Cyberport and Creative Economy Agency from Thailand, and Taiwan Design Research Institute, and we also had the Smart City Consortium, Asia Culture Institute, and finally National Innovation Agency from Thailand. But of course, we also have the European partners, so actively we are communicating with them and implementing a lot of activities. So you also visited some of the places, I believe.
Yes.
Like
I know some.
you participated in the Design Week, right? In the
Right.
TCDC and also Creative Economy
Thailand
Agency.
and France.
And Ongyeong-Leban in
Ongyeong-Leban
France.
and-
There's a Biennale in the city of Ongyeong-Leban.
in Thailand.
Yeah, Taiwan.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get back to these, normal, like going across the
Have
globe.
to see them
Yeah,
very soon.
really miss. But we are working together at the moment as well. Right,
Okay,
so let's move on.
Move on. Here's this large space. It's called
Very
Cafe
open.
Lounge with a decent furniture.
Right. I can see the variety of chairs and tables.
Yeah, usually the atmosphere is kind of lively here. People are sitting, chatting, eating, drinking.
Perhaps they would start drinking at this time of
Yes,
the
maybe,
day.
yeah.
Yeah,
from
because
now on.
it's just 6:15 p.m. Right, so
Okay.
it's a really casual cafe-looking space. It doesn't really look like a co-working space.
Right.
This is also the key of Knowledge Salon, because this is not only for co-working space, but we are trying to get people exchanged with each other. So that's also
Interaction is very important. Yes.
And are we having
So-
some interactions with the members? You mentioned.
Yes. Let me introduce Greg-san. Hi, Greg-san.
Hiya.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
joining.
Hi.
Good. Okay, he is experienced designer and one of our active members. So you might ask directly some questions. Yeah.
So no
So-
interrogation.
Oh, good.
Can we have a seat with you?
Yes, thank you, please.
Thank you. So Greg-san, is it fine, Greg-san? Yes. All right, thank you for joining. And where are you from originally?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. I'm originally from Toronto, Canada. Yeah. And last year, I came here from Las Vegas, where I lived for 4 years with my family.
So Noriko introduced you as a experienced designer.
That's right.
So what's the kind of definition of experienced designer? What do you do as a job?
It's a very complicated answer, but I'll try to actually summarize it very succinctly as
Right, please.
we work with a lot of different design principles, from digital design, like applications, to physical designs and activations. The point is to create user engagement opportunities from a brand's point of view to the end user by telling stories or making a connection. And ultimately, what we want to do is to help influence user behavior, like consumerism.
So I can imagine you're working with some advertisement or a kind of promotional activities that make it
That's right. So,
interactive
yeah.
and very, tangible.
Yes, that's right. So we can look at either simplifying a process, like how a patient can connect with their doctor, or we can tell a brand story, like how a automotive brand can speak to a potential buyer. And as well as destinations, how we can talk about travel and tourism in a very interesting and connective way.
Can you name one of the examples of your past project which is more significant to your career?
Yeah, of the many different projects I've worked in the past, I've had opportunities to create engagement applications for Chrysler US and Canada at auto shows to talk about a new car in production. This is a way to create hype and excitement around a new vehicle for potential buyers. More recently, I worked on a lot of digital activations and guerrilla marketing for the city of Las Vegas, and trying to create these satellite Vegas experiences globally. So bringing Vegas to London, to Sao Paulo, to Shanghai, or even to
major
Toronto.
cities in the world.
Exactly, right? And in a way of creating disruption, tell that Vegas story, and even inspire people to choose that destination for their next vacation.
Interesting.
That's right.
So it's like a promotion, but it's all hands-on and also like interactive experience.
So use is a combination of psychology, marketing, animation, storytelling, and digital interactivity.
Right. Very interesting, isn't it? You're right.
Right.
You're right. Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing work. So I had a chance to have a quick chat before this shooting, and the projects are really amazing. This is all very influential to people, motivated to do something, like to go to Vegas or to buy those things, but actually all the tangible experience.
That's right.
Will make it the motivation. So you came to Osaka from Toronto via Las Vegas.
That's right.
It's a kind of quite transition for you. So what made you decide, okay, I can move to Osaka, or I will move to Osaka?
Yeah, well, the plan to come to Japan started a few years before COVID. I was starting to get a point in my career where I thought maybe I am capable now of taking a bigger risk. And I always had an interest in coming to Japan and doing design out here. Had a long-term inspiration visiting the many years I have come in the past. And so when COVID hit, my wife and myself were in the US on a work visa, it presented an opportunity to start a new adventure. And we thought, well, what better time to take a risk than right now?
Yeah, people might think that, oh, this is not the right time to take a risk, but you actually proceeded.
Well, as a creative person, we look at these kinds of challenges as a unique way to go and solve it.
Interesting.
And so I'm using my past experiences. Then I thought, okay, well, let's give this a try. Yeah.
And why did you find Osaka so as a kind of destination to be?
Funny enough, Osaka was never going to be the first destination. So, if anything, Osaka was just a transient point to go through quarantine. But the longer I spent time in Kansai and really explore Osaka, the more attached I found in terms of my entrepreneurial background and design and inspiration background, design and innovation. And I saw more opportunities for a young startup like myself in design and innovation here in Osaka compared to Tokyo, which would have been obviously the easier answer. But there's a uniqueness in Kansai and in Osaka particularly that makes startup developments so much more richer and a bigger community base. So because it's affordable, it's very friendly, it's perfectly located in Japan and within Asia, this seemed to be the perfect home base for a startup.
Fantastic. So how do you enjoy the life in Knowledge Salon?
Knowledge Salon life here is fantastic. I come out here to get inspiration, have a great view of the city around me, meet really inspiring people from various backgrounds, have really interesting conversations, and even potential partnership work. It's a great space to have work done and even host meetings for clients. This is the heart of the business area in Osaka, and it's probably the perfect place for a startup like myself to really plant my feet and get myself out there.
Thank you so much for saying so. it's really appreciated.
Perfect place.
Perfect place, yeah. She's making the perfect or managing it as a Knowledge Salon manager. Thank you for your work. And yeah, just a final question to close this session. And what would be the kind of future prospect for you as a business or life in Osaka?
Yeah, well, I would love to contribute to how, places and objects and people connect with each other, creates a more holistic community engagement using innovation, using design, and then using just a sense of community within the people. But tapping into the diversity that's growing here, we are presented new opportunities to change the way we interact and develop communities and cities. I just like to be able to share my design perspective and talents and just help create these moments of joy and wow in the work that I do.
Right. Thank you so much. If you need any help here at Knowledge Salon or Knowledge Capital, we're very much happy to help you.
Well, I know where to find you guys.
Yes. Actually, we see quite a lot in day to day out. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
For your time
Appreciate it.
and joining this program. So Greg-san from Hello X Lab is your company name. So thank you for joining.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Yes.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Let's move on to the next section.
Was it now?
Here's main lounge.
Main lounge. Okay.
Yeah, it's more
Slightly different atmosphere
yes,
from the one
it's
before.
A bit more luxury, nice and cozy couch here, and there's like private,
A kind of private talk
private
room.
area.
Yeah, I noticed that there's no. This
Yeah.
place is fully open to others.
All the spaces are very open, but sometimes you need private space, right? So there's two
Yeah,
private
kind of
ones.
serious business
Right.
talk. But I can notice there's like one step up here,
yeah.
and the kind of posture is quite low
Right.
as the sofas and so on.
So
Interesting.
Yes.
So there are different parts of Knowledge Salon, utilizing different atmosphere
Right.
depending upon kind of situations and TPOs.
So here's another member, Hiro-san.
Hiro-san.
Hi,
Very nice
hi,
to
how are
meet
you?
you.
Let me
Thank you.
introduce Hiro-san.
Yeah.
He has been running trading company for
Trading
a long
company.
time, and also started new business recently.
Wow.
So he's
Lovely to hear that.
very active,
Okay.
interesting.
It's nice to meet you, and
Gentleman.
thank you very much for your. Can we have a seat
Sure,
for a
sure.
while?
Why not?
Thank
Why
you.
not? Yeah.
Right. So again, thank you very, very much for joining this session.
Well, thank you very much for giving me a chance to talk with you, and also I want to say I really enjoy by being here.
Oh, thank you. So,
Yeah.
so how long have you been as a member?
Well, I think you started here in 2013.
2013. Yeah.
So about 8.5 years already.
8.5 years.
Yes,
So
almost.
almost at the
9
beginning.
years. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, this place is great. Well, not only nice and clean, but also since I'm doing the trading company, sometimes we receive the overseas visitors. I mean, clients.
True.
They stay some nearby hotels.
Nearby hotels. Like
Westin, Intercontinental, Hilton. This is just within 5 minutes walking distance.
True.
They can save a lot of the important time. Yeah,
So
great.
you welcome those special guests
Yes,
here at Knowledge
yes.
Salon. So you think the atmosphere itself also suits this kind of occasion. That's very lovely to hear that.
And also people like both of you, very they're friendly. Yeah, like about my new business,
Yes,
helped me when I started.
I'm so excited to hear about your new business.
Yes.
Because you were doing the trading company. Is it something related to your past occupation?
And when we have such the difficult situation due to the coronavirus the crisis,
Yes.
we did some crowdfunding the program. Yeah, Noripi helped us a lot. Not only drinking here, supporting some funds.
Okay.
So I really
It's
appreciate it.
about the drink.
Yes.
Okay. So you truly help and support a lot of members, and it's well recognized amongst the
So.
member.
Actually, this one is from South Africa.
South Africa.
Yes, and one of my British friends who is working with us in Hong Kong, his the sister is a university professor, though, and also the husband is a PhD holder, scientist. They started I mean, investing, developing this in the gin.
Gin.
Yeah, craft gin.
Craft gin.
And now we have 3 types. This is the rosé,
Rosé.
and this is the citrus gin. Yeah,
Citrus.
very the orange flavor. Yeah, this is most popular now.
This one.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, when we started, we didn't have any license. So Mr.
Yeah, that's the
Inami, you helped me to introduce young gentlemen in order to lend us some license of alcohol retail license.
Yes,
Yeah, I
the
appreciate
kind
it.
of international import and export
Yes.
about alcohol. There is a really high hurdle to
Right, that's right.
overcome.
Alcohol business is very has a lot of the high hurdle. Yes. Yeah, I found.
Right. So it shows a kind of iconic elephant in
Yes.
here. Is it something related to this gin?
Well, this is the original we call Indo-Lab gin original, and Indo-Lab means in African language elephant.
Elephant.
So by using elephant some dunk.
Dunk?
Yes, we get botanicals. So
Wow.
this has a special flavor. It is of course clean, no problem.
Yes.
And it has the cactus. Yes, cactus.
Right.
Yes, cactus fruit.
Cactus
And this one
fruit.
has the orange and also marula.
Marula.
Marula orange also. Very famous in Africa, but we don't have in Japan.
No,
So this is
quite
very
right.
good flavor.
Wow. So this is kind of true circular of the kind of ecosystem.
Right.
It's really interesting. So it's also for kind of good environmental activity like SDGs and all of problems.
Yeah, so we know that to do this business you helped us a lot, and not only that in order to brush up our English, since when we are working in Japan, we don't have a chance to speak English.
No,
Therefore,
really.
by having some colleague here, we organize the ECC English
Oh.
Conversation Club.
So you
once a
also
week.
had a kind of group of members here in Nalet Salon working with, well, not only working, but
Yes,
chatting in English. And,
People's relationship we can
oh,
establish here.
that's
Yeah, in
really
this sense, I
important.
really appreciated this place.
Because the idea of Knowledge Capital and Knowledge Salon, we start with the relationship,
Yes, yes.
and we construct a relationship, and then we can
understand.
think about the new business and helping a lot of activities.
Yeah, in this sense, since I retired from one company, last almost 10 years. Yeah, I cannot think of those days without this place. So I really appreciate this place.
You look really young, actually.
Very active.
Very
Yeah.
active, very young, and very open to new things.
Right.
I'm still young.
You are. Not only just you look, but you are.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's true. I really love to taste one of these.
I've already
gins.
tasted all of them.
Can you describe how?
describe how? Thank you. So good.
She's a good drinker.
Yeah, I know. I
can
know.
tell.
Yeah, I like this one very much. Citrus.
Yes. The
Yeah,
citrus.
It smells so good.
Sure.
These two. Yeah. So
So-
you can taste someday.
Someday, yes, of course.
Someday.
And is it on the market?
Yes, it
Are
is
they-
very mild. Usually gin is rather, very straight to our tongue. So it is not easy to drink straight. They call, but in this case, we can try without any, water or tonic water. Of course, you can, make a cocktail, but you can also try as it is.
This is
Yeah.
straight is the preferred way of drinking. Well, I'm so excited to hear that. Yeah, and it's really nice to hear that all the activities
Yes.
at Knowledge Salon, like doing an ECC and also developing business over here, and you actually registered your company in this building
Yes,
too.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So you started the business here and register the company or launch the company here.
That's right.
So I think Hiro-san is maximizing the potential of Knowledge
Thank you very
Salon
much.
and
Yeah,
good
I appreciate
example of. Thank you for sharing your experience.
That's my words. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining this evening as well, and really love to taste
Thank you.
one of these
Thank you.
gins someday after this session.
Yes, please. Come
Before I
back
get
to
drunk
enjoy
and
this
I
one.
cannot speak, walk straight.
Yeah.
So thank you so
So,
much.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to
Okay, so
next.
we are continuing the
Yeah.
tour of Knowledge Salon, and
So
here is the
here's
bar
the bar
counter.
counter.
Yeah.
Of course, you can order foods and drinks. They have lunch, dinner, snacks, including alcohol.
Yes, that's important. Yeah. Well, actually, sometimes we need some sort of, refreshment
Right.
during the meetings or during the conversation. During some activities here in the salon.
And it's very helpful when you have like guests.
True.
You can order.
Yes,
Yeah.
like refreshment always makes a kind of boost for creating new ideas.
That's
or
right.
Kind of creative atmosphere. That's important.
Yeah.
And we also have
the communication board.
communication boards.
Yes, so a member can put up flyers. They have events to announce. And some more information from Knowledge Salon. And we have Christmas party next
Just
week.
next week, we're gonna have a
Next week,
Christmas
next
party.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I can see kind of different, categories of the events in here. It's like more bit of consultancy,
Yeah.
and this is more a bit of presentation event. But here is a Christmas party. I can
Christmas
see the
party.
wide-ranging.
Right. We have all kinds of events. So member can, hold whatever. they
Whatever.
wanna- yeah, whatever.
Whatever they like.
They like.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sometimes people utilize this board as a kind of PR tool.
Right.
And we also see some of the articles.
Articles
posted
from
in here.
yes, articles about knowledge capital.
Yes, so Knowledge Capital is also very active in collaboration with some mass media. So it says, like, general producer posts an article. He has a kind of series of articles and
Right.
it introduces kind of activities in Knowledge Capital.
Yeah, so we
And also
always-
the representative director answering the interview, and he's talking about the kind of possibilities of startups and the futures of the venture. It's interesting.
We always put up these kind of articles so that member can, know what we are doing.
Right.
Okay. So here are project rooms,
Project rooms.
kind of like meeting rooms.
It's like a glass wall.
Glass. We have 8 rooms of the project
8 of them?
rooms. Yes. And they have, of course, have meetings, free seminars. They can even have small parties with catering in the room.
From the bar counter.
Surprisingly,
You see familiar faces in here.
familiar faces. Hi.
Hello.
He is
What is he doing in here? Yes, actually.
General Manager of Knowledge Capital.
Yes, I know.
Nakano Bucho.
I know. I know. I'm asking what
So-
is he doing?
He's just chilling.
He's chilling out.
Botanical gin.
Oh, he's drinking botanical juice.
Oh, the one.
That
The one.
Hiro-san
Yeah, Hiro-san.
is- yes.
Juice.
How's the taste? Is it good? Straight is very strong.
Strong.
Smell
Smells good.
like sweet,
Sweet.
orange sweet.
The orange one, or
No,
no,
Yes,
it's
too.
kind of original one.
Strange
Citrus.
too.
So it's original botanical gin.
Well, thank you very much
Thank you.
for joining, and enjoy your drink.
Sorry
Please.
to bother you. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, If we walk through Knowledge Salon, most of the times we see somebody we know.
Yes.
So it's
So we
exactly
can-
like this, and then we say hi to the members, and then we start conversation. And then we start doing things together. So
Right.
this is a very natural way to get to know people.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite expect the general manager.
I
was there.
didn't either.
I was a bit surprised, and I didn't know that we're supposed to be talking to him. Right. And also we had the kind of special set in here, like a professional broadcasting studio popping up in this area. So we are working with Express
Right.
Corporation Limited to do the live streaming from Knowledge Salon or each edition of ACIC. Thank you very much for working
So
together.
Here's the
Right.
presentation lounge this way. So usually it's open space
Yes.
and free space, but our member can rent here by hour, and sometimes Knowledge Capital has delegation.
Oh,
We
yes,
use
of
this
course.
space, yeah. And
Do we have
more-
a kind of regular meeting here
Yeah.
or events?
and then Knowledge Salon has events every Thursday night. It's called Thursday Salon
Thursday Salon.
because it's
It's on
held
Thursday.
on Thursday. And we have guest speaker. And after the talk, we can have the networking
Right.
here with the participants and the guest speaker.
So this space is really flexible, in
Flexible,
terms
you're right.
of kind of organizing various events like seminars,
It
workshops.
can be open, it can be closed,
Closed,
sometimes.
yeah. You see,
And the whiteboard.
projectors hanged on the ceiling, and very flexible walls over here, and I think that's the whiteboard that you used over
Yeah.
here. Right.
So let me introduce
Oh, we have
our last
another guest.
members today. Yes, it's Ichikawa-san
Shikawa-san, thank you so
from
much.
Plug and
for-
Play.
Plug and Play.
Yes, Plug and Play.
I repeat, plug and play.
Plug and Play.
Yes. Because there are a lot of startup initiatives involved in this project, so many of the people are aware or must be aware
Right.
of the company name, Plug and Play.
And the office is one floor above. Yes.
Okay, so they have a base. It's so interesting to listen to her story. So can we have a seat together?
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So, just introduced as a kind of Osaka base in Knowledge Capital. So, how did you, started the activities in Osaka as a plug and play?
All right, so we are venture capital and a startup accelerator based in Silicon Valley, and we spread all over the world. And we have 3 offices right now in Japan: Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. And we launched our Osaka office last year, and our mission is to make innovation open to anyone, anywhere. So according to our mission, we decided to create and launch our office right here in Osaka at Knowledge Capital.
Right. So, you conduct some of the startup promotion activities or acceleration programs based in this place.
Right.
Right. So, how many batches have you done? Is it kind of a couple of batches already finished?
Yes, we have just finished our second batch program this November, and we run a smart city themed accelerator program here.
Right. So the field, I was about to ask which kind of fields you are particularly looking for, and that's smart city.
Yes.
Right. So do you have any other specifications about the range of the industry? Is it like smart city and anything else, or what kind of smart city activities you're particularly?
Thank you for asking. Our smart city theme is pretty open. From entertainment to construction development, and we work with currently 19 corporate partners, I believe, and based on their collaboration needs, we accept and welcome startups from international other countries and from Japan, and we try to make things happen between them.
Right. So those acceleration programs are just to make sure. Is it open to the international startups?
Yes, it's
All right.
open to all
So-
based startups from and all stage startups from seed stage to middle to later.
Well, so that's the good news for all the startups watching this session,
Yes.
because this is the kind of the opportunity for them to join the programs which are hosted by the Play Japan in Osaka. Right, interesting. So how do you usually utilize this place? Is it you're based in one floor above? And then do you often come down to Nalet Salon?
Yes, very often we come to we come and use this space within our team members, and we sometimes hold lunch together, and it's very convenient for us because it's of course like one up one floor up, so we can bring our laptop and casually have lunch together, lunch meeting, and also we can work with startups here, as well as corporate partners. They have a privilege to use this space once they join our program for 3 months. So, yes. We appreciate this.
Do you hear any feedback from the startups for using this part of the facility?
Yes, I've heard once that they got to meet our mentors here, and they had very fruitful conversations here.
So speaking of the mentorship, Knowledge Capital and Plug and Play work together to offer some mentorship activities like the Mentorship Day, here in NareッジSalon. So it's a lot of interaction also with Knowledge Capital as well. Did you participate in the program? In the mentorship? Did you?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future.
In the
Perhaps
future.
today will be the kind of starting point.
We're hoping to make it more interactive after this, COVID confusion. So.
Right. So a bit of a kind of personal question. I was so interested in the kind of how Program Play worked for startup supporting. But did you work for kind of startup supporting organization before?
No,
Program Play?
this is my first time to work with startups.
Because this is kind of unique, isn't it?
Right.
Industry to support startups. I imagine a lot of professional knowledge will be required. But what did you do before that?
Previously, I worked for a translation company based in San Francisco. Actually based in Japan, but we had an office in San Francisco.
Oh, so you were in San Francisco?
Yes,
In which Program Play was also based?
exactly. So luckily I had a small connection to Silicon Valley office, and that's how I learned and also developed my desire to be able to give more extensive support to whoever is in
Right.
need.
So you're working for a translation company, but you are more keen to support to go deeper.
Exactly. Yeah, to some extent, we have. When I was working for a translation company, we have offered international communication support for their business growth. However, it was very limited time and limited projects. So I wanted to, be able to. I wanted to continue to work for
Programs coming in and out in this knowledge capital, and
Yes.
hopefully we can work together for the next projects or next batches.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Right, so thank you very, very much for joining this session.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I'm sure that the viewers of this session are so much interested also what they're doing, and so it's feel free to contact. Is it okay for you to get
Absolutely. Please feel free to check out our website, and we have a startup application open. But if you have any questions, I have my social media, and please contact anybody from Plug and Play.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we might see us around during the lunchtime because we often take lunch over here. So.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank
See
you
you
so
later.
much.
All right.
Really interesting to
Yes,
have an interaction
we
with
have.
such active members.
And
So far, I think the viewers also felt the same thing. This is not only about the place,
right.
but also about the people in there. So I'm pretty sure the NareッジSalon manager is doing a quite good job.
Thank you. So I hope you got, more understanding
Yes.
of NareッジSalon today.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So this is the end of the session, and once again, thank you very much
Thank
for
you
taking
for
us,
having me. Thank
taking
you.
us around NareッジSalon, your castle.
My castle.
Your castle.
No.
Right. Okay, so that would be the end of the session, and we are following for the next week as a ACIC. So actually, this is the 8th round of ACIC, and next week is the final streaming of the 8th round. So let me introduce a little bit more in detail about the next program. So next week, obviously, the 17th of December, Friday, At 6 p.m. GMT +9, the host will be the Creative Economy Agency in Thailand, Bangkok. And they are dealing with the topic about TCDC Commons Creative Food, unveiling Bangkok's latest creative food community. As you might know, the Thailand is one of the largest food industry hotspot, and obviously they're suffering from a lot of pandemic situation. But the key is to be creative to conquer this kind of situation. So let's hear them about the creative strategies that all the restaurants and food industries can survive for the next decade. Right, so coming back to the salon, and really appreciate your active participation in ACIC, and hopefully we're going to see you soon in face-to-face. And I hope you have a nice holiday at the end of the 2021, and don't miss next week's session. To close my session, and thank you very, very much for your participation, and goodbye.